It's Friday, May 10th, 9:58 a.m. The Bigfoots haven't been doing much lately, which has been pretty worrisome to me. It just seems like since December, it's really slacked off. But they do still do stuff. It's just not as much or as often. So apparently last night we had a storm, pretty bad one. And I get up this morning and I looked out here. First thing I noticed was that these flat marbles, game pieces, are messed up quite a bit. And the water, if it rains real hard, they can move slightly, but these are moved more than just slightly, as you can see, and the dice have not moved whatsoever. Then I get over here to this wine glass that I put out, hoping they would touch it, that in this mirror, as well as this mirror, and Bill T gave me that idea of trying to get some fingerprints on an object. Anyways, this is what I see when I look in this wine glass, and my first thought was, that's pretty. You know, look at that. And the only thing is, it stormed, so I was thinking it had to just be from the storm. Some things blew in there. Well, that leaf comes from those trees, the locust trees. And if you look on the porch, there are absolutely no leaves like that from that tree on the porch. I do see, just like, I think I've seen like between 3 and 5 around. I think I saw one on the stones. I see one there and a couple here and there. But none that have made it clear onto the porch. So that's got me wondering if this possibly could have been arranged by the Bigfoots, because that was my first impression. It was like, that's pretty. So, I don't know. I hope it was them. But I can't rule out the storm. But this, too, makes me wonder. Like, you see, it's wet. But like I said, that is a lot of movement just from water, and these things are not moved, so. And then also, if we go around to the front, I'm going to show you something else. I will turn this back on when I get over there. Okay, so yesterday I looked out here and noticed this one marble moved. And again, I thought, well, it could be from the cats, because Hobo is on the porch sometimes, and he can be like a bull in a china shop. And I've seen him, his tail and stuff, flick these marbles. So I thought, well, maybe he did it. But it's just one. And if you look, it's the one that's kind of an oddball, but it was the one on the end. So I can't be sure if one of the cats did that either. So I'm left guessing at that. All I can say is I will keep an eye on the marbles, the cats, and the back porch and that wine glass and stuff to see if they decorate it anymore, if it was them. Oh, and I put a new, we put a new flower garden in the front. Jim tilted up and built that fence, which we got moonflowers to put behind it. I wanted to move the moonflowers to the front. I wanted him to build that so that they would lean against it, and then they probably would face the sun, which mostly comes from this side. This is the east, so anyways, we just put that in. I like it a lot. This has just been a great year for the flowers. This is the clematis in the front. Right here by our windows to the living room, and that's the front porch. Like my azalea finally bloomed. I got it off of Death Row at the Lowe's. And it bloomed, but now it's lost its blooms. And that thing right there, that's a geranium, which I got to start from this one and moved it to a lot of different places in the gardens. And I just put a little start from it, and there's just like a crack between that slab of cement and the sidewalk, and it's just done great. We love it. Here's another clematis that hadn't bloomed up until this year, and boy is it pretty. It's a different type. It's back here in this corner where we got the ugly stuff, but it pretties up the corner a little bit. And these are real pretty lilies that come up, and that's iris. I thought I got them all, but apparently not. But I moved them over here. So anyways, the garden is doing fabulous this year. I absolutely love it. And all around there are the flowers that I was telling you I got starts from and moved from the front. See those purple flowers right there? Those are lupines. And I planted them from seeds 2 years ago, and I am so proud of those because I haven't planted a lot of things from seed, but that's one of them, and I love it. I want to explain a couple things. I think it was yesterday morning. Jim came out to get in the garage. He opened the garage up, and Hobo and Kiki were in there, which we didn't know, all night. And Kiki was acting as herself, Jim said, and Hobo was sitting here at the door, right here, wanting out. And as soon as Jim opened the door, he made a beeline for right over there in this inside thing. To us, it's like he was thinking, oh my God, I'm late. I've been in there all night. They're gonna be mad at me. I don't know. It was really, he said it was just like he was just straight in there. Hasn't been back. And then Kiki, I'd been inside and I came into the garage and she was in there. Everything was open, but she was down here, and I was down there with her, and I heard growling, and I figured out it was her. And we came out here, and she went to the railing right here and was looking through the railing right to over there where she is at the moment, right where Hobo went. So I don't know why she would growl at anything except something that she might feel as a threat. But whatever it was, she sensed it clear from in the garage. So I don't have any idea what that was about, but just as I was making this video, that's why I hesitated a few minutes ago, I looked down and look at where the blue game pieces are. They were here. That did not happen just from water, like I was telling you yesterday. So I'm thinking the Bigfoots were up. Maybe that's what she was growling about. So I'm going to put them back. Empty that out. Okay, we'll see what else happens. Okay, this morning when I first got up, I noticed that that doll right over there was way over there, and it was sitting right here. And at first I thought, I wasn't sure. It seemed a little crazy. The more I think about it, though, I remembered that I didn't document this, but we were gone getting groceries, and I came home, and I believe this and that, especially this wine glass, this was before I found those things in it that were pretty. The wine glass was way over there too, and I really didn't see how it would have gotten way over there, and if it would have fallen, you see those rocks right there? I'm thinking it would have broke if it fell. So now I'm thinking maybe they picked it up, moved it over there. However, I didn't see finger marks on it. There is a little bit of dirt right at the edge. Now I don't know if you can see that or not. Right on the edge. So I don't know if that's just from laying on the ground or if it's from their fingers. So then I also noticed that this bowl this morning was turned like 90 degrees, because I usually have it with the basket sitting here, and that was moved a little bit. But I thought, well, you know, Kiki gets up here, I suppose she could have moved it, but it seems highly doubtful. So that's what happened this morning. And whoops, wrong way. Now I'm thinking that they probably put this here playing with it or something. And it really is a cute thing. Whenever I had it out several years ago, they messed with it. Okay, so that's what happened this morning. Bowl was turned, and I just got up from a nap because I wasn't feeling real great. And let me show you something here. This is a picture from this morning that I took of that bowl. Let me put it down here. Just to show, that it was moved out of position from how I usually have it, which is, you know, the other way. So take a look real close here. Shoot. Because I'm not real good with my left hand. Look back in there. There's nothing there, is there? Okay, behind the basket. Now look. I just got up from a nap, and look what's back here now. There's something tucked down in behind that basket. I haven't been able to touch it or anything yet. I wanted to video it first. And it looks interesting. Kind of like a leaf or something. Don't know. Let's get it out and see. Yeah. It's a little leaf. Now, did that fall in there? Or was that put there? Like I said, it wasn't there this morning. Huh. Why isn't that focusing? Wait a second. Okay, it's quite unusual if you ask me. It's black on one side. Well, actually the whole leaf is black, but just that little bit of stem is green. And it's kind of cool. How would it have landed just right back in there without a little bit of help? So I'm thinking this is a gift. And I'm going to put this back how it was. Put that back. Alright. That's all I've seen so far. And if I see anything else, I'll let you know. Okay, this is Sunday, May 19th. I just got up from a nap. I haven't been feeling the greatest, but I'm being treated again. So, not for Lyme this time, it's for a different bacterial infection. Anyways, I'm starting to feel a little better. But, I just got up and I came out here to just sit down and look for things, and Jim was just telling me something, but I'll tell you that in a minute. When I first came out here, this was what I saw. That the Bigfoots were up and they turned the basket over, which is super awesome because they haven't done that in a long time. So they did that, and so Jim and I were sitting here and he said, Hobo's gone. And I asked him if he'd heard anything because we're still thinking it's like he's been coming up here all day, most every day now, stays, and then he'll just all of a sudden leave. And what Jim said was, while I was taking my nap, that he said at the back of the house here that he and the two cats heard a loud noise. I don't know what the noise was, but he said all three of them definitely heard it. And at some point then after that, I think, is when, he's not sure, but it all happened around the same time Hobo was gone. So I thought that was interesting, and I also think that's probably when they were up and turned the basket over, and I don't know, maybe they were trying to wake me up or something. Or let us know that, you know, they were here. Maybe wanted me to come out. So I don't know what time it was that happened or anything, but pretty cool. Makes me happy. So that's what's happened today. Okay, we bought mulch several days ago, and today the garage door was closed most of the day till about 2:30 when Jim mowed. And since he mowed, see, it's now 6:56, but he noticed it at around 6 o'clock. Yeah, Jim noticed that there was this stick stuck in the mulch right here, which wasn't there before. Neither one of us had seen it at all. And wow, look how far in that is. I wonder why they did that. That's funny. Okay, Jim and I were sitting here in the living room, and the cats were in here, and we heard something thump on the porch. We all looked, the cats looked, everybody looked, and Jim came out and looked around and didn't see anything. Then I came out and looked, and I noticed these two rocks here on the crock. Now, Jim said those weren't there earlier. Excuse me. Because he brought our vacuum out to vacuum the front porch. And what's really weird is, I think it was yesterday, Jim said, "Did you see the 2 rocks in the corner on the porch?" I said, "No." He brought them into me in his hand. And I said, "Well, I don't know anything. I don't know where you found them. I don't know." He said, "Today," he told me, "there was one on the crock and one down there." And I said, "Well, I can't say it was Bigfoot's or anything, because I just don't know. We don't know how they ended up on the porch, but, you know." So anyways, I guess Jim brought them out here, and he just kind of dropped them. He didn't like wing them or nothing, but just kind of dropped them down on the sidewalk. And he said, I said, "Are they the same rocks?" And he said he thinks this one is definitely the same rock, and that one could be. So what we're thinking happened is, one of the Bigfoots brought those rocks back and put them here and hit the house, so that we would know that they came up and brought them. And maybe they brought them the other day, and, you know, I was like, I can't tell for sure. So they're like, "Here." There they are. We brought them. So that's pretty funny. But yeah, I mean, the door was wide open. We were sitting in there. Cats were right there, and just something thumped. Jim thought maybe they hit the window, but I couldn't tell. So guess I'll take those in, considering those a gift. We also just noticed some hair right there on the porch, right beside where they would have brought the rocks. And there's also some right here, which would have been in the pathway of getting over there and bring the rocks and hitting the house. So I'm going to collect it. There's one. It's whitish gray, which doesn't match our cats, and they haven't been up on the porch. But the one I saw down there in my last diary was white or gray. We just found another clump right here behind the swing. This is the biggest clump so far. Looks like the same hair. So I'm going to collect that too. More of that hair. I'm going to collect it. Also, the pink fish that was here. Oh, that's odd. The pink fish that was here, right where that is gone. I noticed that last night when I was out here messing around, getting ready to close up for the night. And I looked then, but it was pretty dark. But I do not see it anywhere, like it got blown off or something. So I think they took it. That's pretty cool. Yay. It's so odd that there's that in place of where it was. If that's just an accident or what. Interesting. It's Thursday, May 30th at 7:45 a.m. Okay, so I just got up and did my rounds. Came to the front porch here, and this is what I found. On that top step, back up a little bit more, there is a bird nest placed directly in the center. And there's no doubt in my mind that a Bigfoot put it there. They've been doing a lot here on the front porch, but the fact that that's so centered and where it is tells me it was them. Now, the story behind this is kind of crazy. Like I said, I just found it. So I called Jim and I said, "Did you see that nest when you left for work today?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "That was there yesterday." And I said, "Well, what?" He said, "Yeah, when I came home from work yesterday, it was there." He said, "I thought you put it there." So I was sleeping when he came home, and he thought I put it there, so he forgot to even tell me about it. Somehow, I didn't see it yesterday, but sometime between when Jim left for work yesterday, because it wasn't there when he left for work, and when he came home, they put that there. And so yesterday, I usually exit the house out the back, and I came around last night to plant that little lily, and when I came over here to plant it, I said, "Oh, look, another nest," because we had found one in the backyard under the tree, and here's another one under the tree. So it had been windy and storming and stuff, so I figured they fell out of the tree. Well, when I said that, Jim thought that I knew also about that one, so he didn't say anything. He thought I put it there. But the story is that the Bigfoots put it there yesterday after he went to work and before he came home. So I never take those inside because they might have bugs in them and lice and stuff, so I'm gonna have to figure out. I'll probably put it back in the garden like I usually do. So I don't know, it's crazy, but that's all I saw this morning, which is enough. And I'll let you know if anything else. Oh yes, there was one more thing. Yesterday when I was sitting in the house, I heard something on the front porch, and I didn't get up to investigate, but I'm wondering now if that was when they brought that nest. So cool. Well, that's one reason I didn't go out yesterday. It was storming and raining and stuff. I went out a couple times. I wasn't feeling good though, but I just did not notice that nest. So looks like it's going to be a nice day today. I'll let you know if anything else happens. This is Sunday, June 2nd. It's 9:08 a.m. And last night, that bird nest was over here behind the post, because the day that I found the one on the front porch here, that one was laying over there and she was getting ready to mow. So I picked it up and I thought I'll put it over here behind the post and see if the Bigfoots do anything. with it. Okay, no. Hobo just messed the marbles up. Anyways, so last night at some point, they took the nest and they put it here and it's upside down, which I find interesting. Let's see if there's anything under it. Nope. That stuff in there looks like hair. White hair. Well, I'm going to take it back and put it in the flower planter, the big planter in the back. There's hair on the front porch that wasn't there earlier, so we think it came off of Hobo for sure. Now whether it's Hobo's hair, I mean it looks like that other hair that we were finding after we were sure a Bigfoot was up. So either that's Hobo's hair or it's Bigfoot's hair that was on Hobo, because it doesn't really look like it came from him. It's longer and wispier, and I don't know. Guess we'll find out sooner or later. Just another note about this hair coming off of Hobo. See, if they're carrying him around, which we think they do, then he would have their hair on him, especially if it's the, like, I don't know, I'm thinking it might be a younger one coming up and leaving the hair. Maybe that's the one that Hobo belongs to. But like yesterday, they were, like, Hobo has been showing up every morning and out there waiting to get in the garage for food. He wasn't there yesterday morning, but he showed up late in the evening. And then nothing Bigfooty had happened all day. And then after he showed up and after we went to bed and everything, then something, the Bigfoots did something. They put that nest down there. So we're thinking that could be hair on him from them holding him.